to offline and online, and that's so great, and I'm so glad that we do have those opportunities.
Yeah, like you just have to look at, Granblue, right? Granblue, another Arxis game out
Yep.
there, suffered so badly from the pandemic because it came out right at that moment and had delay-based netcode. Shoutouts to Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising because they're putting that netcode in there.
I'm so excited.
Yo, whoa, okay. Someone's excited. Someone's excited. But Strive, shoutouts to, again, the people. Whoa, that was weird. But shoutouts to the people for putting in the requests in all of the surveys, that were at Frosties, that were at Arc Revo. The first beta for Guilty Gear Strive was actually delay-based netcode, and they switched it to rollback. And shoutouts to guys like Zynak, because they really made some of the best rollback netcode and really set the precedent, so much that even Japanese players were like, whoa, this is what rollback is supposed to be. And it just changed all of the fighting game community. This single game here, this example of what rollback can be like, really changed a lot.
And like you said, it set a precedent for all games coming out afterwards, all fighting games, to just show this is what you can do, and this is what you need to do to get the ecosystem of players that you want to make your game a success. And that's why we have what we do.
Yeah, and sorry, I just wanted to, add in there, like, even a game like King of Fighters 15, got a delay at one point in time. Some people were wondering if they're changing the netcode because they kept refusing to say anything about the netcode. And they eventually did admit that, one of the reasons it got delayed is because they ripped out the delay-based netcode and put in rollback netcode because of Strive, And so, again, shout-outs to Arxis. And, again, I can never sing their praises enough. Sorry we're not talking about the match, but I could never sing their praises enough for even going back and putting rollback into Exerd.
Love what it does. I love what Strive has done to reinvigorate the interest in that game. But man, that rollback is nice. Speaking of which, man, now I want to go play that too. Man.
Too many fighting games right now.
It's true, with so many fighting games. And right now, we have an Exard player playing a very recent fighting game player. Umisho was notably a first-person or third-person shooter player before they got into fighting games.
Overwatch player, and said, you know what, there's another competitive game with this character with a gun, so let's go this direction. It was a good choice. And Umisho...
I mean, it certainly was worked out in her favor.
Yeah, first tournament ever. Umisho, second place at Combo Breaker, over 1,000 players. Second offline tournament ever. Evo, over 2,000 players, took first place. So obviously Umisho, very, very talented player here. But Pepperysplash did get the previous win, is up 1-0 right now against Umisho, and trying to maybe show that Pepperysplash has everything there to keep up with the Evo champion.
Yeah, I mean, you know what, Evo is... I can't even focus that far ahead right now, but Pepperysplash has had 2 perfects in this set so far, doing really well against the likes of Umisho. But these two have fought each other so much. They're doing this. What I want to see now is like what new stuff they're doing, and these tactical roles that Umisho is now incorporating into her moveset have really improved the gameplay. That was expected. She needed to load. That didn't have a lot of bullets left, and that is just, that's Happy Chaos's game plan.
Oh,
what
no.
a burst! Get kneecapped.
Yeah, it's just you had no choice. I mean, you're thrown, right? It's just that mental stack, and that's what makes Happy Chaos such a strong character, because Happy Chaos can roll behind or go for a throw, or maybe even do like little fuzzy overheads and stuff. It's a tricky character to fight. Yeah, see the tap dust right there. That's the now you got to stand up and block, and so there's just so many different ways to. For Umisho, for Happy Chaos to open you up.
It's true, and I love the incorporation of tap dust into these combos on any character, but the way that Umisho used it right there, because they noticed that Pepperysplash was doing this down backing, they were able to open it up with the tap dust, because you have to do that standing, and they knew that, so they were able to take advantage of that situation. It's awareness of what resources you have, but also what resources your opponent doesn't have, and how they are positioned on screen. It's so much to keep track of, and these players do it so well.
Why was that so much damage?
Because have you seen the Guilty Gear Strive? It's just, good lord, the overhead into the low. Another. Okay, so I said Peppery has.
That makes Happy Chaos such a frightening character. Again, very difficult character to use. But if you get that, if you figure it out and get that muscle memory for it, definitely a very, very, very strong character.
Incredibly strong, for sure. Pepperysplash going for the wall slump situation, just wants to keep Umisho in that corner, but Umi does not want to be in the corner, so she left. Like, just literally walked out. YRC to reset that neutral, trying to get some of the footsies back into it, as much as one can footsie with a frog shark thing. And then, speaking of shark, going to go ahead and close that up. In Guilty Gear lore, do they explain what Eddie is?
It's just an evil spirit that possessed Zato.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And again, like, I don't know if you know the deep lore. Zato was originally voiced. I've told the story on stream before. Zato was voiced by one of Daisuke's best friends.
That's so cool.
And at one point in time, the voice actor passed away. Unfortunately, his friend passed away, and he was not going to put Zato back in the game. But people wanted Zato, so the story was that Zato died, and Eddie then became the driver of the body, and that's why the games he started being named Eddie instead of Zato. So there was a few series of games during the XX period of time where Zato was just named Eddie instead. Then after a while, finally through the lore, they brought Zato back to life, got him a new voice actor, and here we are again. Zato is back at this point. But yeah, at one point in time, Daisuke almost wanted to take the character out because he was voiced by one of his best friends.
That is such a cool thing to know, and now that I know that, it makes me really happy, because now we get to have things like Pepperysplash bringing it up to cool things to know about this game.
Now, this I did not know. Freshman says the new voice actor is Takahito Koyasu. Is that actually the son of the original Zato? Is that true? That part I did not know. So if that's a confirmation, then that's even a better story.
Oh, man. Crazy town. Jesus, I looked over at the chat and everybody is dying.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sorry, chat. This has been an incredible set, honestly, but like there's some really cool things to talk about within that. But in the meantime, good lord, BRC, PRC, switch side throw. Oh my heavens.
Yeah, Pepperysplash right now getting this pressure in the corner. Gets the tap dust! Oh, what a beautiful burst timing right there from Umisho. Pepperysplash was trying to bait it out. That burst timing might just be what Umisho needs, but the gaping maw right there, locking Umisho down, piercing all the way into the corner. The dust again! Ooh.
Man. I said I love the tap dust from Umisho, and Pepperysplash says, but I too have the tap dust and I would like to use it right now. And they did. And it's so effective, and especially on a character like Zato. It's just so great. Now, all of this pressure, putting Umisho in this situation is so scary. Oh, man. I think the invite hell was behind.
Yeah.
But it just didn't quite work out. Unfortunate. This is Umisho's opportunity. Maybe it's not.
Coast. Yeah, but again, Umisho did not want to go for the wall splat. Was hoping that Pepperysplash maybe wasn't ready for it to spring off the wall, but Pepperysplash did get that, and here we go. Getting a big hit. Gonna go for the sword super. Hard knockdown. Almost guaranteed to get into the corner at this point. Piercing. Yep, keep that sequence going into the drill. You're in the corner, but what? An escape by Umisho. What?
That was incredible. I have no idea how you did that. Okay, they are in stance, so they can't block that. Yeah. Oh, good. That was a really quick response from Pepperysplash. So when you are in either steady aim or just regular aim for the gunshot, you can no longer block. You know